Hi everyone, I want to talk about. Oh, sorry. Everyone, I'm Ruby. I want to talk about my experience on Iron Yard. Okay, I choose Iron Yard because I find the Houston booking one I can choose is Iron Yard. I believe it's Houston, UT, Texas boot camp, which is a part time, take a 6 month to finish the course, and Iron Yard it just be very intensive 3 months and then help you find a job later on, which is I prefer very more condensed, like 3 months, very intense that 3 months, and then find a job later. But that's not on fit for everyone because you might need to save up for a couple months of money. In this 3 months, very intense, so you can just finish your training and find a job after you graduate if you're lucky and work really hard on it. And it's a week from now. I already finished the whole week. Let's talk about how it is. Before you actually get inside the boot camp, they recommend you start studying some basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which is I did. And they do have free bootcamp pre-work. You can study from their website. It's free. You can sign up. And they have basic course and some kind of practice you can do. But I would like to learn more, get more prepared. So I choose to use that Code Academy free bootcamp, free coding bootcamp, and I also pay monthly servers for Treehouse to do more training on HTML, JavaScript more, because to me JavaScript is kind of hard for me right now. Okay, and so I've been doing that for 2 months before the class start. Finally, the class start a day. Okay, not every day before, 3 days before, because it's Friday on the weekend. They invite us to over to do install party. So get your computer ready, some kind of software you need for this booking, and which is you will need a MacBook. You get your computer ready and go over there. They tell you how to install stuff to get it ready, and they already open some course to let you preview the stuff you need to get ready for your first day of class if you join the install party. And in the first day, everyone's very nervous because no one knows each other. So they actually do a very good job about warm people up and how tell everyone to introduce yourself. And beside the July class, which is in July class, we have people actually on May class is on week 8. They are almost finished, so you can have kind of like 20 more people inside room. You can see people more advanced and people just starting out, so it's kind of different vibe. But they both the people are always very nice. If they always say if you have any question, you can ask them. They will definitely help you out. Which is I love Iron Yard so much because their employee and their teacher assistant, even the students, are always so friendly and helpful. Try to help each one out to make sure you're on the same track. But you gotta ask though, otherwise no one know where's your situation at. No complaint for Iron Yard. It's super awesome. Day 1 we have basically teach us how to do the terminal, how to get to the some file, open file, create a folder, open the folder, and use Allen editor to help you starting to type some code, basically HTML code, and setting up for GitHub, so you practice something to upload GitHub and make it that sync together so they can have you read your homework or some other people can see your code online on the GitHub community. That's basically what day 1 is. And day 2 we are working on HTML code. Teacher basically show you a couple of things to help you get started, and later on they give you some, I believe 2 to 3 kind of mock up you on your homework or practice in the school. You're supposed to make, like, they give you the content. You're supposed to use HTML to make it look like exactly the same of the mock-up they want you to do. So you just need to learn something and try. Sometimes it's not inside the homework or preview. You just need to go Google how to figure out the code you're supposed to use to make sure you can make that thing happen, basically. And the class usually start on like 9:30, but 9:30 to 10 is the review for your yesterday. Some homework you don't understand, you can ask teacher, or teacher can help you out to see how your progress is. And then 10 to 12 basically is a new class. They teach you a new thing. And then after 12 is all your project. Like, they give you a couple kind of practice you're supposed to do. And then each day you have daily project, and you're supposed to submit your project before 4. No matter what happened, even you're not finished, even you only have 10% finished or 50% finished, you still need to submit your daily project online to let them know you get some part of it done. But you can resubmit it again later on if you have more finished. So they basically kind of push you to do certain amount of word and coding you need to be, and that make a very good like environment for the coding. So you basically need to be 100% or 120% inside this environment, because each day you have so many homework, you have so many projects you got done, and beside your project going to do, and you still need to learn new things to implement to the stuff you learn to the next day or the day project you are working on. And because the code is so much, so even they didn't mention some of the part, you still need to use Google to find the way out to help to see what kind of code you can use to finish your homework. Okay, and day 3 is CSS. Basic CSS teach you basic CSS, how it works, and what kind of selector, all those kind of things. And then you're just working on the basic CSS styling on the web page. It's very simple looking. And then next day is more advanced CSS. Is the new things for going on. It's called Flexbox, which is super confusing to me. It takes me forever to figure things out, and that take me a whole day, because each day after your daily project they give you 2 to 3 more of homework you're supposed to read and practice at home for each day, and the next day if you have a question you can ask teacher. 2 website mock-up you're supposed to finish and look like that. They give you some kind of HTML, and you tricking inside the CSS. And one is they give you the HTML, you work on CSS, and some other ones they don't give you HTML and CSS, so you basically need to do that from scratch. So to help you get used to more HTML and CSS, so you're working on some kind of thing. So basically this whole week you're working on a lot of HTML, CSS, so you will get really comfortable about those 2 stuff. And then after Thursday you have weekly project, which is some website contain 3 page: home page, about me page, and newsletter page. So that 3 page, they don't give you any kind of code. They give you a kind of hint only. So what kind of color, what kind of font you're supposed to use, and that basically it. And some kind of picture and mock-up to help you to see, okay, what kind of the website when the finish supposed to look like. So the 3 kind of project you're supposed to work on. They give you a week to finish. So from this Thursday to next Thursday will be the deadline to submit your daily project. And it's kind of hard, to be honest, because I have 1 page. It doesn't work exactly the same I want, and it's been taking me for more than 2 days. I'm keep Googling forever and still haven't figured things out yet. So that's why it can give you a whole week to work on it. So when you're in the school, you can ask teacher about how this can fix that stuff. And Friday is the, what's that called? They have people who come over to speech. So sometimes in the industry, so this week actually have very nice designer called Robbie, a web design company, to tell us about before freelance and what kind of lesson he learned and what he would do in a different way if he started over. So he condensed all his 10 years experience to tell us how things can work, and just something you need to watch out when you start working on fun for freelance. So far I learned a lot. I even dreamed about code, because I have a couple kind of problem going on with me inside my brain, going on and on. I just try to find a solution. So even in the dreaming, I try to find a solution too. It's kind of like, okay, your boss will tell you to give you this page that I want you design to this page to make these things happen. It's kind of like that. So it's make you feel like very challenged, but I like challenge. Make me push me harder and learn things more. I feel good. I feel back to like a student again, and I can't wait to learn more things. I believe next week is learning JavaScript, which is kind of intimidating. So far, thanks for the iron, y'all. You guys are awesome. I love you guys.